Bees are an essential part of this world and its ecosystem. They pollinate 70 of 100 crops that feeds 90% of the population. This has a monetary benefit as well, bringing in around $265 billion each year from pollination. The death of bees will cause the death of most plants, which would lead to the death of most animals as well, including humans. The loss of these creatures could cause the sixth global mass extinction, which could be on par with the dinosaurs. The monetary value seems worthless when you think of how many priceless things you will be losing, such as entire species and basically all of nature. This goes far beyond their most well-known use. Bees have been declining rapidly. Millions of hives have died within the last few years. Beekeepers have reported an annual loss of 30 to 90% of colonies. A phenomenon called colony collapse disorder has affected many honeybees all over the world. We're not even entirely sure what the cause is, and is most likely a combination of various things, most of which are our fault. Most obvious is pesticides, which are deadly to bees, namely neonicotinoids.
Work in my lab is building on previous work looking at neonicotinoids, and what we're doing is we're looking at the effects of multiple pesticides, not just the neonicotinoids but also pyrethroids, which is the sort of situation that bees are faced with in the field. They visit multiple crop species which may have different pesticides applied to them. Well, what we found is that this sort of chronic exposure, this long-term exposure to low levels of pesticide is affecting the behaviour of individual bees and therefore the performance of colonies.
It's certainly concerning that having these combination of pesticides outside could be causing such a severe impact.
We know that neonicotinoids are harmful to bees. However, there are billions of dollars that can be made by these companies by delaying the ban of these chemicals. Studies sponsored by the chemical industry show much lower toxicity ratings than studies done by independent scientists. Pesticides are not the only threat to bees. One of the most visually disturbing is American foulbrood, not only for the way it affects bees, but also the way in which people fix the problem. Not enough research is going into solving this terrible problem, and thus beekeepers have to resort to burning the hive with the still living bees inside.
We not only have to take better care of the bees, but the environment as well. No one wants to live in a barren world.